Welcome to the video on editing a page within WCMS. Before we get started, one reminder, make sure that you are using WCMS and accessing it using Firefox or Google Chrome. Using Internet Explorer will cause some problems for you down the road, so we just recommend to use Firefox or Google Chrome. What you'll want to do, if you haven't done it, go ahead and create a new page, or you can click on an existing page to open up for editing. I'm going to scroll down here in my essay site and click on the workshop schedule file on the left. When I do that, you will see that what initially comes up is the page within the View tab. This is what is going to show when you publish your web page. As you can see here, there's nothing I've done, no editing. This is the default. Go ahead and click on the Edit tab, which is right next to the View tab. I'll give it a second to come up. Here we go. The first box that you're going to encounter is what is called the inline metadata box. And the first text box underneath there is the display name. As you can see here, it's bolded with a gold star, so that means that it's required that there is some type of content there. What I'm going to do is go ahead, I'm going to change what is in there. I'm going to delete it and type in the title of my file, title of my page, which is Workshop Schedule. Whatever is put for the display name is going to be the name of the link on the left-hand side of your finished web page. It's going to be one of the navigation links. So you want to make sure that it reflects the title and the topic of the page without being too long or too wordy. And you can also change the title bar, which is the box right below it. It's not required, but if you don't want to have anything in the title box, go ahead and delete the words that are there. I'm going to use the same title, Workshop Schedule. This is going to show up at the top of your web browser bar. If you follow my mouse up to the top here where it says right now, the page that I'm on, which is Site Essay Workshop Schedule, once your page is published and you're on it, it's going to show Workshop Schedule. So that's what the title bar is. Go on down and choose if you want your page to be a direct link and for your page to be linked in the left side navigation. If you're using subpages and a page that links to another page and you don't want to, you can choose the no. But for right now, let's just keep it at yes. The next box that you're going to see underneath is the Department Page Data. This is where you're going to do the majority of your work. Most of your content is going to be placed here. The first text box that you see under the title is Content Heading. It is an optional text field, but what it will do, let me type in I'm going to type in the title of my page. What this is going to do is it's going to create a headline for your content area that is going to be in larger font and in red. It's going to set it off a little bit and really make it stand out. Now the box underneath here is the content box. As you see here, it's bolded and it's got a gold star next to it, which means that there needs to be something in there. There needs to be some content. This is where you're going to do the majority of your work. Let's explore this box a little bit. If you notice, and if you've done any kind of work within Word, it has a very similar layout and feel. A lot of these buttons will look very, very similar. You can tell what each one does by hovering over the icon. So we've got cut, we've got paste, we've got indent. It replicates the feel of a basic Microsoft Word menu bar. There is one button that you should be aware of, and that is the Edit HTML Source. If you look over to the right where my mouse is pointing, it's Edit HTML Source. I'm going to click on that. If you do any kind of programming, any special features that you want within your website and you want to use HTML, this is where you'll do a majority of your work. And you can see where it says replace this content with your own. It's formatted with the HTML paragraphs and such. So I'm going to scroll down here. You can just barely see the button. Click on that. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a workshop schedule set up in Word. I'm going to copy and paste that into my WCMS content area. Just going to delete that and paste over. Now I've got my workshop schedule here. Once you've got your content there, I'm going to scroll down, and for right now I'm going to do Save Draft. This will allow you to save it onto the web server without submitting it, and possibly sending it on if you're working with workflows. So let's take a look at what this looks like after I've added this page. So I'm clicking the View tab over here. It will take just a moment. And here's what we have. Now you can see what we have here. Here is the content heading, where it's in the larger font and it's red. And then this is also what I copied from my Word document. I don't need the redundant workshop schedule, so I'm going to go back into the Edit tab and edit that. But there's my basic information. So let me go back into the Edit tab, make that correction. I'm over here. I'm going to scroll on down, delete workshop schedule. I'm going to scroll on down. And now you notice the button changes from Save Draft to Update Draft. I'm going to click Update Draft and make sure everything is changed. And it is. I'm going to click Submit, and that takes it to the next step. It doesn't publish it, but it does take it to the next step, and you can preview. It will go back to the View tab, and you can preview what it looks like. So here we are. This workshop schedule is the link from the display name, and it also shows up. This is what they call the breadcrumbs, the essay, and then the workshop schedule.